Hello, everyone. Thank you for listening and watching. My name is Nefertiti, and you can find my information in the description box below. This is an energy update for the week of February 9th through February 15th, 2020. So we are entering a time of review, integration, and adjustments. December and January were pretty challenging as far as the energy is concerned. All of the shifts and changes that we had to make externally and internally. So retrograde season provides us with an opportunity to focus on all of the rewords. So the flow of information is going to get a little bit slower, but that's just so we can have time to process everything that we've already experienced and had to go through. So our intuition is heightened, and relationship dynamics of all kinds are still on the table. This is also a time for reviving our passions and realizing that we're on the other side of that massive healing endeavor that we had to go through over the past maybe 3 years. We're realizing just how much grieving work and healing work we have done. And energetically speaking, we're kind of licking our wounds and learning how to move forward based on all of the changes and shifts that we've had to make. A lot of heart chakra energy is being stirred up, as I've mentioned in other videos. So call on Archangel Raphael if you need heart healing, right? Emotional healing or physical, if you're sick perhaps. If you need to really feel your heart space, connect to your heart. A lot of us, because we've been through so much heartache, we've shut our heart off for protection. So call on Archangel Raphael to open your heart. Archangel Jophiel is the angel for helping us with beautification of all kinds in our environment and our relationships, our physical appearance, our emotional well-being. So I feel like these two archangels kind of work together in helping us to heal, helping us to really practice and embody self-love and to project that love outward, because we've filled our internal cups, not with superficial things, not with vanity or arrogance or pride or trying to stuff our wounds, but actually healing them and integrating the lessons. I feel like this energy is really offering us an opportunity to heal deeply and to attract new relationships into our life. If we've had to cut a lot of people out of our life, which most of us have, if we're on this journey, then this is providing us with an opportunity to establish new relationships, because the relationship with ourself is healed for the most part. We always have work that we could do, but I feel like we've come far along enough to know that we deserve better, to know how we want to be treated, because we treat ourselves that way. We love ourselves in that way. So let's get into the astrology. I talked about the Leo full moon in my last video, but just to kind of recap, this is, again, heart chakra energy, emotional, intuitive, sexual fantasies could be on the rise, heightened. Just a lot of tension, emotional relationship tension being released, because this is double fire energy. So very passionate, lots of desire, but this is also about courage, the courage to go after your dreams, to make your dreams a reality, maybe make the first move, right? But in order for us to make our dreams a reality, we have to examine our relationships. And I have to tell you, this is something that I avoided doing for a very long time, because I just didn't see it. I didn't see that the people around me were not supportive of me. And it was very subconscious. People don't always do things deliberately to sabotage you, but their energy, their lack of self-worth, their lack of motivation, or their fear of the unknown is contagious. It really is, especially if you're empathic. And so I feel like this Leo full moon really purged a lot of that energy. And you know, full moons take time to manifest sometimes as far as the results go. You know, the energy is active for 2 weeks up until the new moon. So be patient with yourself, be gentle with yourself, and have compassion for yourself and others. Remember that people might not be as far along on their spiritual awakening journey as you are. So they're still dealing with some lower vibrational energies. They could still be manipulated, right? Because they're on that frequency, they're on that bandwidth. So we have compassion, and we remember that the war that we fight as light warriors is invisible, right? We don't wrestle against flesh and blood, right? They're invisible. And it's hard, especially when it's somebody that you really care about, somebody that you really see the potential in that person. But it's not up to us to fix people. It's not up to us to carry other people's baggage, right? That's not why we're here. We're not bag ladies or bag men, just like Pretty Boss says. I'm not the fucking bag lady, right? People need to learn how to handle their energy. And they can do that by seeing you being a positive example. And allow people to get their lessons. Everybody has their own karma to deal with. And I feel like that's what this quincunx to Neptune is about. Really seeing through the illusions and not being delusional yourself about a particular relationship. Only wanting to see what you want to see. But when people show you who they are, believe them. That's a quote from Maya Angelou. February 10th, Venus in Aries is going to conjunct Chiron in Aries. So this is, again, great energy for self-healing, self-love work, using your self-love affirmations, and just doing something that feels good and emotionally supportive for you on that day. This could be a Netflix and chill day, right? Where you get a bunch of delicious food or prepare a bunch of delicious food and watch some movies and just relax and allow yourself this time for healing and release. On the 16th, February 16th, Mars moves into Capricorn. And Mars is exalted in Capricorn. This is great energy for drive, ambition, project completion, due diligence, research, and preparation, because we do have Mercury going retrograde on this day as well. So this is a great time, like I said, to just finish things up, to work on projects that you already have in progress, preparation, because Mercury is going to be retrograde until March the 10th. So we focus on all the rewords, reviewing past plans and intentions, making edits. This is not the best time to launch new projects, not the best time to sign contracts or get married or divorced. Anything that requires a contract, if you can wait until Mercury goes direct, that would be great. But as I always say, Mercury goes retrograde 3 or 4 times a year, so we can't stop our life. We do what we have to do. But just know that whatever it is that you do that is something that is not supported by a Mercury retrograde, you're probably going to have to redo it or edit it again in the future. So just stay detached if you do have to do something that is out of the scope of Mercury retrograde energy. Let's move on to the Oracle card. So the card that came out of the Angels and Ancestors Oracle card deck by Kyle Gray is the Star Ancestor. So this is a very interesting card. There's a lot of meanings, so take what resonates with you. The first meaning of this card is that some of you are dealing with a karmic partner, right? Somebody that's been with you for several lifetimes, that was meant to teach you lessons, but this person is not where you are vibrationally. They're not where you are energetically. And it may be time for you to walk away from this relationship because they're just going to hold you back. This person is karmic. They were meant to teach you lessons, and that's it. Once you get the lessons, you move on. This is not somebody that you stay connected to for the rest of your life unless you intend on not fulfilling your purpose. Another meaning for this card is that you do have a purpose, that you were born for a purpose. And it's your responsibility to know what that is, and to cultivate it, right? To hone your talents, your skills and abilities, because they're needed by the planet. This is also a card of your ancestors, people that are supporting you on the other side, that are really rooting for you and want you to do well. And they may show up in a variety of different forms. They may show up as your actual ancestor in your dream state or meditation state, but they could also show up as spirit animals. Ancestors love to show up as animals, okay? So really trust yourself, trust in your purpose, trust in your talents and abilities, because you have them for a reason. So trust your inner wisdom, whatever guidance you get, whatever projects you're led to work on those, start preparing for those, because Mercury is retrograde, but just really trust your intuition and follow it. So let's move on to the angel number, and the number that came up was 142. So this is confirmation, right? When 142 shows up, this means that if you've been through some difficulties, know that you're on the other side. The angels also want you to ask them for extra help and assistance with any projects or creative endeavors that you are working on. These are things that are connected to your soul purpose, your life mission, and they can be lucrative. But just know that you have a good deal of work ahead of you, right? Don't be afraid to do the hard work. Use your positive affirmations and your intentions. Be very clear with the universe about what it is that you want, and trust that you have been heard and that your angels are responding to your requests. And this is also a number of faith, right? Believing in the unseen. That's a huge part of our journey here as light workers. We're tested in this way, all of us, to some degree, to believe in the unseen. It's easy for us to trust the negativity that we don't see, those invisible negative forces. We could have the same amount of trust and belief in the positive energies, but we have to remember that they do not work the same way that negativity does. Negativity, because there's so much of it on the planet, is most likely the energy that's going to come first before your spirit team or any positive entities that you called on for help can bring you your blessings, because they want to distract you. They don't want you to be on your purpose, on your mission. So remember that your intuition is quiet, that still small voice. And even though we have come to a point on this awakening journey, this ascension process, where energetically we've won, the light has won, there's still a lot of density on this planet. There's still a lot of highly active negative energy on this planet. So do not be mistaken, especially when you hear other people saying that the light has won and we don't have to pay attention to that. To me, that's spiritual bypassing. As light warriors, we acknowledge everything for what it is, positive or negative. That's getting past duality. We're able to see what actually is. We're not trying to bypass it. We're not trying to throw a bunch of positive affirmations and all of that stuff at negativity. No. Okay, what are you trying to teach me, negative energy? What is it that I need to know? I need you to come closer so that I can kill you. I am powerful. I'm protected. I don't have to worry about anything. But I know that you exist, and I know that you are powerful if I give you the power. But in order for me to integrate what it is that I need to be willing to examine the darkness and see it for what it is and extract the lessons. So let's move on to the crystal. And I'm being led to tell y'all to continue to work with your black obsidian, to continue cutting those cords, removing that psychic smog, protecting yourself spiritually, doing some scrying work. But use that black obsidian to really dissolve and cut those negative energy cords. Some of us are still attached to things and people that for whatever reason, we don't want to let go of energetically. Even if somebody is in your physical environment, like a family member or something like that, and you can't completely walk away, you can block people energetically, right? You have the right to not allow other people to affect you with their negativity. And you can even affirm that to yourself. I no longer allow you to access my personal energy out of negativity. Whatever it is that you need to do to protect yourself, first energetically, because once the energy is shifted, then the physical reality will shift. So let's move on to the spirit animal, and the grasshopper showed up. This is about taking a leap of faith. This is also about overcoming challenges and letting you know that you have the wisdom to overcome any obstacle, anything that comes your way. You're forward thinking, you're innovative. The grasshopper is also asking you to move forward with any opportunities quickly that your spirit team gives you. We're in a very fertile time for creation. So whatever ideas or business ventures, anything like that come to you, act on them. The grasshopper is associated with abundance and achievement and good health and being fearless and courageous. The grasshopper encourages you to use your inner voice and to trust your intuition and instincts so that you don't end up in the lizard's mouth, right? The grasshopper is also about being patient and peaceful and vibrant. So I hope this video was helpful for you. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share. And I look forward to speaking to you again really, really soon. Have a wonderful day. Namaste.